Hi folks, this is William with Quarantine Studio, here once again in the studio. Now you'll note on this video we had a different intro, hanging with dinosaurs, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm hanging out with some dinosaurs here. Now these two guys come to us from the very talented hands of Mr. Shane Foulkes. And so this is going to be the first in what we hope to be a long line of trophy heads of the different dinosaurs of the Mesozoic period. Now, the series of the kits we're going to call Mesozoic masterpieces, because if you get one of these in your hand, you will know that it is indeed a masterpiece. Shane did an absolutely incredible job in sculpting these things. When I got the master in and opened it up, I was almost afraid to touch it. It looked like it was going to bite. And that was before paint. Once he put the paint on it, man, it really was terrifying. These things are absolutely amazing. Shane put a lot of love and a lot of effort into this. He really does know his dinosaurs, and he's very, very talented as far as sculpting goes. And then just when I thought that I knew the limit of his talents there, as far as the sculpting goes, we sent him a couple of the resin kits and had him paint the masters for us. And when we got these paint masters back, I was blown away. They really do look like they're alive. I mean, the patterning on this brown one here especially was just over the top. So Shane, if you're watching, buddy, man, it is absolutely incredible. I'm almost afraid to stick my hand near it because it looks like it's going to reach out and bite me. It's just so realistic looking. I can't believe he got what he did with this with paint. It's just amazing. So we got two different colored versions here. I want to talk about that a little bit. The sculpt itself is exactly the same, but we have a green one over here and then a brown one over here, and there's a reason for that. Right now today, you can pick one of these up as a resin kit. Unpainted, it's ready to go. You'll get a base plate, you'll get an upper head here, a lower jaw, and then a tongue. So a total of 4 pieces. You'll also get the hanging hardware that goes on the back of this plate. It's already mounted in place for you, as well as the hardware to mount the dinosaur to that plate. Now, you only have to provide the wall and whatever apparatus you want to hang this dinosaur on the wall with. The resin kits that we're pouring, we're using a little bit of a filler in there to make them a little more lightweight. The quality of the resin is still there, it's still great. So if you worked with other types of resin or other resin kits in the past, it's no different, it's just lighter weight. So that's great. We want to take as much weight as we can off of the wall, although the hanger that's on his back of his neck here is, I think, around 50 pounds or something like that. So it's crazy amount of weight that it can hold, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. The paint itself, the green versus the brown, we want to talk about that just a little bit. The green is going to be a standard edition. Now you'll be able to get this soon, not yet. You'll be able to order this very, very soon. This is going to be our pre-paint variant here. So this is going to be called a standard edition. Great paint work on this. There's nothing to sneeze at on this. It's beautiful. But that's going to be our standard edition. Now this one, the brown one, this is Shane's take on it. And so even though Shane painted both of them, he wanted to differentiate this one a little bit. He went a little bit more, actually a lot more, with the patterning here. It's much more detailed. There's a lot more work involved. And he also took the time to drill out the resin eye and replace it with a taxidermy glass eye. So yep, that's a glass eye in there, and it looks so real. That just ups the wow factor by a tenfold. And he did an incredible job with that. And so this is our museum grade. And if you order a museum grade, which you can right now on our website, quarantinestudio.com, you'll find this guy there. The museum grade is available today, but we do ask that you wait, that you have a wait of about 4 to 6 weeks. Because here's the thing with the museum grade. Shane Foulkes himself is going to hand paint each and every one of those. So he's going to replace the eyes, and then he's going to do this incredible paint work on it. And then that's what you're going to get. So if you wanted one of these, go ahead. You can get on our website right now and order one of these. Get in line for it. They're going to go fast, and they're going to be a very limited edition of these. These other guys, the green ones, the standards, these are absolutely gorgeous, and they are well worth it. And they will be available very soon. And then, of course, if you just want one that you want to paint yourself, we have those available too already. Just one more note on the resin kit. It does come, as I said, the upper head and the lower jaw, and then the tongue. It should be self-explanatory, but I wanted to explain it a little bit. The tongue itself and the interior of the mouth, you're going to want to paint all of that first before you assemble this, and then you have to insert the tongue because it comes in from the back of the jaw, and you insert that, and then you attach the lower jaw, and there's just a little tiny bit of a seam right here running along, and it's very easy to hide within all of this detail in here with just a little bit of putty. So that's it. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to give you some close-ups of this, and then I'm going to be back for a close. Man, I really just can't say enough about Shane's work here. It's absolutely incredible, right? I mean, the level of detail that he puts in this, you know that he loves these animals and he loves studying them and he knows a lot about them. So my hat's off to you, Shane. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you, sir. And I look forward to working with you on additional projects here. And yes, that's right. There are going to be quite a few more of these. We're going to try to keep them all about the same size, not the same scale, because then you'd have little tiny dinosaurs and you'd have big dinosaur heads and it'd be all over the place. So they're going to be roughly about the same size. Obviously something like a raptor is not going to be as beefy, but we want to give you something that's decent size so you can see a lot of that detail in there. And so, like I said, I can't say much more than that other than there's going to be a ton of them out there. We're already planning this out and we're working with Shane, trying to line up who's going to get in the line next as far as which dinosaur is going to be coming up. So stay tuned, and we're going to have a lot more of this Hanging with Dinosaurs series. So until then, I'll see you next time.